There are news outlets reporting the worst right now, Glenn. I don't know what I'm waiting for before I report it. You know, I trust just the news. I trust Deseret. Are we waiting for like the AP to say it? We don't trust them more than we trust these. They're reporting that Charlie has died. That he's dead. At the age of 31. Which he would have to be at that video.
And we're going to be here for a while, so settle in. Grab your thoughts. Bring the sharpest takes Utah has to offer. Let's set the stage. What you're about to hear is a story that's shaken the entire nation. Picture this. Utah Valley University. Normally alive with buzzing students, lively debates, and campus energy. Suddenly thrown into chaos. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk, a name recognized across the country, especially among politically active youth, was reportedly shot.
Pray God that he survived this. Pray for his family, pray for his children, his 2 young children, and ask ourselves what our country is coming to. How does this happen? How does somebody whose only job is to comment on political matters wind up a target for an assassin? This is the United States of America. We have commentators. We have provocative commentators. This is what we've been doing since the...
Yes, you heard that right. A shooting, right in the middle of what was supposed to be a peaceful university event. Imagine it for a second. Kirk is on stage, gearing up for his fiery brand of political talk, when suddenly the sound of a gunshot slices through the air. Panic erupts instantly. People are screaming, scattering, desperate to find safety. The fear and confusion spreading like wildfire across the crowd.
After the shot is fired, you see people running for their lives, clearly absolutely terrified. But the more significant video that is there is one in which you see Charlie Kirk speaking underneath the tent on the campus, outdoor event. You hear one shot fired. Now, when I first played that video and heard the shot, it struck me that it was a high-powered rifle. I consulted with one of our security experts here. His feeling is the same, that it is also...
Authorities reacted immediately, taking the suspect into custody within moments. But the shock lingered. Students and attendees were left reeling, trying to make sense of what had just unfolded. This wasn't just another controversial campus event. It was an explosive turning point that triggered a nationwide conversation almost overnight. It raised urgent questions about the safety of political figures, the climate of free speech, and the risks tied to public debate at educational institutions. If you want to stay informed on crucial updates like this, make sure to subscribe, because every discussion we have here is part of making sense of this turbulent world together. Now let's dig into
on the air, because ABC News has confirmed conservative activist and podcaster Charlie Kirk has been shot during an event at Utah Valley University. The founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative student organization, is known for his outspoken views on politics, culture, religion, often taking his messages to colleges and universities, sparking sometimes pretty heated debate.
Immediate reactions were swift and powerful. Utah Governor Spencer Cox quickly condemned the violence, stressing relief at the suspect's arrest while urging calm. Across the country, officials and citizens alike echoed the demand for stronger protections at public events, especially for high-profile figures like Kirk. And then came the tidal wave online. Social media exploded with hashtags in support of Kirk, and Turning Point USA supporters rallied fast, framing this attack as yet another alarming act of hostility toward conservative voices. Within hours, a local incident had transformed into a full-blown national debate. Utah Senator Mike Lee joined the chorus, calling for civility while warning against the dangers of politically motivated violence.
From the president himself, Martha, which I'll read to you now, President Trump says, "We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom."
Then the bigger voices stepped in. Former President Donald Trump reacted quickly, framing the attack not just as a threat against Kirk, but as an assault on an entire movement of conservative supporters across the country and beyond. He called on his followers to pray, underscoring the idea that this was an attack on shared values. Vice President J.D. Vance added a deeply personal note, reminding Americans that Kirk isn't just a political figure. He's also a husband and father of 2 young children. That human side struck a chord with many who saw this as more than just politics.
And you can hear the crowd audibly panicking and beginning to run. We're told by our partners at NBC here in the United States that one person is in custody. We are getting some response to this. We're told there is a very palpable sense of shock at the White House. The Vice President, J.D. Vance, is encouraging people to pray for Charlie Kirk. He says he is a genuinely good guy and a good father. We're also hearing from the FBI Director Kash Patel, who says our thoughts are with Charlie, his loved ones and everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly and the FBI stands in full.
But reactions didn't stop with politicians. Analysts immediately flagged this as another sign of America's deep polarization boiling over into dangerous territory. Commentators raised questions about how security could fail at such a high-profile event, while others stressed the urgent need to rethink how campuses handle controversial speakers. Democrats and progressives also weighed in, denouncing violence of any kind and affirming the importance of free speech, even for those they disagree with. Federal agencies like the FBI and ATF launched inquiries into the shooter's motives, underscoring the gravity of what happened. Beyond official responses, everyday Americans voiced their own fears, imagining what it would have been like if they had been caught in that same terrifying moment. The bigger picture is unavoidable. This wasn't just about one man being attacked. It spotlighted the fragile line between political expression and escalating violence. Now, the question is, was this a breaking point in America's political discourse, or just another grim entry in a growing list of politically charged flashpoints? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're watching closely, because the ripple effects of this moment are only just beginning.